tonight, stick around and at the end, and you are going to see some really fun inspiration start to happen with using the gaps and cracks. So let me find our video. There it is. Yay. By the way, I'm going to put it in the comments right now. This wreath kit is currently available. So I'm going to paste where you can get this wreath kit and pin that comment. And then, oh yay. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. You know what, friends? Let me entertain you. That's just a joke. Let me, gosh darn it. Share, copy the link. Let me send out a text message to those of you on my text message notifications. And then we'll get started here. Live on Facebook. Making a new kit. Yes. And paste. There we go. All right. Text message is on its way, I think. Oh, add recipients. That does help. Done. And now it's on its way. All right. Hey, friends. Hello, hello. Good to see you. There it is. Diana's in the house at Central Florida. Is it a little bit better? Lori, welcome, welcome. So, Charlotte, girl, I am too, trust me. I'm actually live on YouTube too. So if you guys are watching me on YouTube, be sure to say hi in the comments as well. And as always, if you've been around for a little while, and Lori, I know you're new, but I love to hear where everybody's from. So it really helps me. Pam, good evening. Diana, it's still hot. I know it was the other day too. Marilyn, hello, hello. Y'all, so this is actually I called it my Happy Fall Pumpkin Bittersweet DIY Wreath Kit. And so here, let me bring it down here on the table so you can kind of see what comes in this kit. So it's got some of my favorite mesh in it. These are poly jute mesh. You get both rolls of mesh. You get the frame. You get this lovely bag too, if you want it. And you get this sprig of bittersweet, but look at the ribbon also. In my kits, you get the whole roll of ribbon. So you get 10 yards of ribbon, but look at my inspiration. How stinking fun is that? So this is everything that you get in the kit. I will tell you, Humboldt, Tennessee, yay, Pam. Robin's here. Hey, Tracy, good to see you. I will tell you, I brought out some raffia tonight because I love to use raffia. This kit doesn't come with raffia, but if you got some, pull it out with your fall designs. And y'all, I've had this bundle of raffia for years and years. It's kind of interesting. Also, just a warning, Gary said he's probably going to be practicing in the background. I hear him in there singing now. So if you hear some singing in the background, that's just my husband practicing his guitar and his singing. He's got a gig coming up, actually the 4th of July. So the kids and let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. We'll be going with him on the 4th of July to a private party, and he's been invited to play his music and all that fun stuff. So, okay, raffia. Look, this used to look like Cousin It, and I'm afraid to try and get it all out again, but so I'm just going to take a few pieces and have it sitting here because we're going to use some of this in my bow is what we're going to do. Teresa, 2 times in one day. I know, right? Hey, Debbie. How are you? How's Wisconsin tonight? Right, Diana? Right. Okay. Let's get hunkered down. Hello, Miss Paula. How are you, my friend? All right. I'm going to start with our mesh. So as I said, it comes with both rolls of mesh, the poly jute mesh. And of course the mesh is 10 yards. You also get this burlap frame. So I'm going to start by getting it ready. Judy, hello, my friend. Good to see you. Happy Monday, everyone. Sherry's in the house. Yep. It's been a long time since I've done a Make It Monday. It's just, you know, since we got guardianship or custody of the kids, life has just been really wonky. And about the time it started to level out, then summer break came upon us. So now I have to relearn that one and routine. But I think we got it down pat this summer. And then next thing you know, school will be, we were talking about that today, Heather and I we're about how school will be starting back up here before we know it, and school shopping and all that fun stuff. I was looking at the kids' shoes going, yeah, they're not going to make it another season. They'll both have to have new tennis shoes. All right. The burlap frame. No rain or humidity. Debbie, that's awesome. Hey, Chrissy. I know, girl. I know. That grandbaby's pictures you posted are incredible, Chrissy. Guys, stick around too towards the end. When I get done with the wreath, we're going to get some floral containers ready with our gaps and cracks because the fall blooms and greenery box is about to commence, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of the fall florals and greenery. And I think so too. Let's come on down here on the table so we can get a better picture of that. Let me see if I can change that angle just a smidge. Just a little bit. I love working with poly jute, and it's very pliable for me. So this Wreath kit comes with both the red-orange color and this one, and of course it pairs up very nicely with our sign that we're going to be using. Pennsylvania in the house. Hey, Martha. Is it Marthy? All right. What? Teresa, are you kidding me? What's your... Well, I shouldn't say what, because this morning we woke up to 46 degrees in Illinois. So, Teresa, I can appreciate that. It feels like fall, but it'll be short-lived. Trust me. Gary and I were watching the news earlier, and of course, it's going to start getting super hot again. All right. Where'd my roller go? There we go. And so for this wreath kit, you get 2 rolls of mesh. And anytime I have 2 rolls of mesh, I cut them at about 32 to 35 inches. I'm cutting off that end. But now we've got this. So now I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to cut this at 32 inches, and I'm going to cut both of them at the same time. And poof, there we go. There we go. 81, no humidity, a breeze, 4th of July, 101. I'm taking, oh, Teresa, for Pete's sakes. Okay, you're entitled. I hope you're sitting outside on the deck, enjoying your sarsaparilla. Who does that? All right, let me set these over here. Yeah, because 101 on the 4th of July is just ridiculous. We're supposed to, right now they're talking rain for us on the 4th of July. So we're kind of curious how this private party that Gary's playing at. It was Charlotte, you're kidding me. It was 81 at 9 o'clock this morning where she's at. Yeah, that's crazy. How it is so back and forth. Send it to Florida, Diana said. I'll bet. Yes. Love that. All right. Let me get the rest of these cut, and then we'll get to rocking and rolling. Have you guys started designing? Are you crafting for fall right now? If so, tell me what you're working on for fall. Or Halloween, either one. We did a Halloween wreath. Well, I didn't do it live. I recorded it last week. Because there again, I just trying to find time to go live is crazy sometimes. And the kids have doctor's appointments and things too. So if you're new to me, my husband and I now have custody of an 8 and 10-year-old. I have to get used to saying that. She just turned 10 today. And they needed everything. They needed health care. I still have not got them into a dentist. Judge me as you will, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. So because the healthcare appointments and counseling and all that fun stuff is quite lengthy, and then finding a dentist that will take their insurance. They have state insurance. I called about 4 weeks ago to set them up an appointment, and they said the appointments were 12 weeks out, and I just can't even right now. So neither one of them's ever seen a dentist. Isn't that crazy? Robin, I have not announced when I will be starting Christmas in July. We are still waiting on a couple of more things to come in stock in my possession. So Heather and I are going to regroup. It will probably be the 3rd week of July is when I will start it. All right, so I'm going to add some cable tie mounts to this metal sign. So I like to use the cable tie mounts because I don't like wires or rope or anything pipe cleaners showing. So I'll put these cable tie mounts on here, and we're going to use pipe cleaners to attach them to our mesh frame. I'm doing a pet craft show in October. Bought 2 wreath kits and a few signs. Now I need more mesh. Teresa, I sure hope you took advantage of that mesh sale we just had. So Debbie, you're working on both fall and Halloween. Awesome. Mesh wreaths and grapevine. Perfect. I need to get my hands on some grapevines. Robin, I will give you plenty of advance notice. Anyone new to Stephanie has the best quality supplies. Love her. Teresa, bless your heart. And don't forget fast shipping. Fast shipping. 105 with the heat index. Johnny, keep that. Keep it away. Step away. All right, let me grab some pipe cleaners over here real quick. I'm going to use some brown ones, I believe. And yes, of course, you can also find pipe cleaners at Festive Creations by Stephanie if you need to run out. Oh, okay, yes, that, now I remember, yeah. And it was actually Friday and Saturday. I threw you off. Hello, Kathy. Gosh darn it. Yeah, because that was a crazy mesh sale. Love that. Oh, I need to get 3 for $10. They were good. Okay, Debbie, thank you. You know what, though? Joann's has closed down all around me. So we used to have one in Forsyth, Illinois, and it closed. The one in Springfield, I think, closed. The closest one is like an hour and a half from me. Who's got time for that? Who has got time for that? Not me. Johnny, that's crazy. Paula. Drats. All right, our sign is ready. Let's have some fun. By the way, I cut 9 of the red orange, 9 of the natural and white, and 32 inches. So there'll be a little bit left over on your rolls. That's perfectly normal. Let's get back down here and start with one of these babies. And I'm going to do the my most commonly used method, and that's just the ruffle method. Yes, Johnny, she said she needs her Tennessee weather. We still have a little being metropolitan area, but I expect more to come close. Ooh. Johnny, you're working on fall now. Awesome. You know, when you sell the supplies to, oops, don't go anywhere. Come back. When you sell the supplies, we see all kinds of things. Today, we packed a lot of breast cancer awareness. We're really starting to see a lot of activity with Christmas. Not where it's like totally taking over by any means with supplies, but it's interesting. Oh, Debbie, I hope it stays that way. I know they closed down a lot of stores, you know, and I'm sure. And so here where I live, we don't have, I don't have anything close to me. So that was the only Hobby Lobby. That's it. The closest Michael's is 45 to, well, actually closer to 15 minutes away. Joann's is gone, and that's it. The only thing I have close to me is a Hobby Lobby. Poof, that's it. Thanks, Johnny. Yes. We did that new one this year. We wear pink for October or something like that, or in October. We sold, today I did a couple of reels because when I'm packing orders and helping Heather, it's like, oh my gosh, my customers, you guys pick out some of the really great combinations. And so I did a couple of reels today using what our customers chose. And both of them were breast cancer awareness. All right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to skip a loo. Yes. Yes, ma'am. All right, we're going to stick with the natural color here for a minute. And like I said, stick around after I get done putting this design together. This is a wreath kit. If you want to get or more information on this wreath kit, I pinned the link to this kit down in the comments. But, you know, don't ever be bashful about adding your own enhancements, especially, you know, when I first started making wreaths, I was always so unsure of myself. Honey, does this look good? Do you think I should add this? Do you think I should do that? Of course, my husband probably got so sick of that. But, you know, don't be afraid to add your own personality to any design at all. It can really bring out, and you will attract people that are similar to yours, to your likeness. So make it so that it looks good to you, and then your customers will be attracted to your style because you're being true to yourself. If you all know who Amy Rudy Smith is, but Bam Wreaths, first of all, I love Amy herself. She's a beautiful lady inside and out, but her design techniques are so outside of the box. Definitely, we cannot deny outside of the box with Amy. If you've never seen her style, go check out Bam Wreaths, and you'll see what I mean. She is so elaborate and flamboyant in her style and technique. I love it, but it's not me. My style is more like farmhouse. You know, the girl next door kind of thing. I don't know how else to explain it. So anyway, so I, of course, attract people and I make designs that are appealing to me, and that's who I sell to. Creating a fall candlestick right now while watching you. Awesome, Judy. That sounds fun. Paula, isn't she? She is awesome. Absolutely. She's also in my mastermind group. So, you know, I get to hang out with Amy on a personal level too. And she's just an all-around great person and great designer. I mean, just over the moon. Go check out Bam. Tell her I sent you. Tell her I sent you. Stephanie sent me Festive Creations. Sent me, and because we all support each other, right? Community over competition. Yes. We like to lift each other up, not tear each other down. Okay, look how this is starting to pair up. Look at that combination of the two colors together. And again, if you are watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I usually do at least one video tutorial every week. This week I'm live, so it won't be a recorded one. But I'll give you step-by-step directions on what it is that I'm putting together. And today's wreath kit is, I don't think I can pin it on YouTube while I'm live. I'll come back and pin it later. I've got lots of desk work to do later, so. With Charlotte, me too. Brandy, hello, hello. So Robin, you're working on Halloween wreath and watching you as well. Multitasking like every woman knows how to do, right? Yes, yes, yes. We got done packing. When we stopped packing today, I started putting some new wreath kits together for July. So guys, I love to be able to help you guys put together, or put some things together for you all. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, holler at me, because I'm working on those now. This is already online. This one's called Happy Fall Pumpkin something DIY wreath, I think. All right, we've got the outer row done. So now I'm going to start in on the top ring. So I'm just going to repeat the same thing. I'm going to take these 32-inch strips of poly jute mesh, and we're going to add those to the top. We're going to alternate them just like we did around the bottom. First, by doing all the natural color. We're going to do all of these first, this color first. I can't wait to get to the bow, because isn't that ribbon gorgeous? I'm loving that ribbon. It's that sage green, pairs up super nice. Will you do a breast cancer awareness wreath kit? Marthy, I would be happy to. Yes. Like I said, I'm working on those this week. So let me put one together. And I did, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but I took some video today when we were packing orders, because a couple of different customers ordered some really awesome combinations. And so I did a reel on them. I've got one of them, I think, posted. I don't know, I may have already posted it today, just a little bit ago. But yeah, that's a great idea. Breast cancer awareness wreath kit. Just finished a beach. Yes. Awesome. Kathy, they are 32 inches long. You get 2 rolls of mesh with this kit. And so each strip is 32 inches long, and we cut them, we cut 9 of this color, the natural, and we cut 9 of the red orange. I ordered your pink ribbon bundle, and oh my God, Joyce, it's selling out pretty quickly. I just put that online. And so I'm already looking to go, oh, I'm going to need another pink ribbon bundle. Because yes, it is gorgeous. Jordan replaying, he used 2 different sage green mesh colors and natural. Oh, Paula, I bet it was. It's with the pink and black. Pink, black, and orange. Love that combo, as we've been told that is. Yes, Robin. In that breast cancer awareness sign, is that what you're talking about? The pink, black, and orange combo? We wear pink. I know it starts out with we wear pink. I don't remember. in October, I think is what it says. Awesome. Okay, gotta get caught up. Yes, the pink bundle is pretty. Oh, you're very welcome, Kathy. My pleasure. Okay. We're almost around the top. Now, hang on. This means I screwed up somewhere. Well, I see it. I'll fix it. I gotta fix it. This one needs to move over one. I started out wrong. Okay, now I can go back and we're going to fill in with the remainder pencil ties with that red-orange mesh. And look at that bittersweet. Doesn't that look fun with it? And then you see a little raffia laying over here. The raffia does not come with this kit, but I'm going to show you how I like to integrate raffia into my fall bows, just to add that other dimension, that texture, that layer of difference, you know, just by adding that raffia in there. I got the gingerbread bundle from you. That ribbon is stunning. Yes. Oh, for Halloween? Yes. Gotcha. We've got several that are pink and orange for Halloween. Isn't that fun? Okay, getting there. Mesh order is shipped so quickly. Yes, and we don't play around. We literally ship within 1 to 2 business days. So we try our best to get everything out within 1 business days. 1 business days, listen to me. Where did I go to school at? 1 business day. However, like this week I had a big, that big mesh sale. And so we have an overabundance of orders when that happens. And so it might be more the 2 days. But right now we have over half the orders shipped from the sale Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we'll get the rest of them out tomorrow. We don't play around. The way I see it is it's your hard-earned money, just like me. When I buy something, I want it. I want it now. I'm impatient. So I treat you guys like I would want to be treated. I want my stuff. I gave you my money, now send me my stuff. I was back to Teresa. Watch your email. Watch your email. If you guys get my text messages, sometimes you will get special coupons on my text message that no one else will get. To me, my text message people are like my VIPs. And but if you're on my email list, sometimes you guys get a sale or a coupon that nobody else gets. So it's always good to check. What? You're not on my text messages? Girl, here. So if you want to join my text messages, text me the word alert to 217-395-5348. Text me the word alert and I will notify you with special coupons, sales, and then, of course, announcements when I'm going live and other fun things. So text me the word alert, 217-395-5348, and get in that VIP list. All right, who's up for this? Yes, please. Yes, please. All right, so let's look at this. This metal sign, it's a 12x6 metal sign. We've already added some cable timeouts and pipe cleaners to it. But now the tough part, where we're going to put it. So let's come back down here again. I don't need that, but I do need a drink. So, you can place it wherever feels good to you. And, you can go right smack dab in the middle. You can go down center here. You can go left or right, left. You can go just whatever is appealing to you. You get to decide. But what I do is I try to look ahead and think to myself, what else am I adding to this? What else do I want to add? And in this case, we are going to be adding some of this bittersweet, but I've also got this beautiful ribbon that we're going to be adding. So it's kind of all of a combination of what is it that you want to do. And you have to go with what feels good to you. But I will tell you that I already know that I want to add, and I'm going to show you this here ahead of time. I'm going to take some of this bittersweet and I'm going to add it into each of the twist ties. So it's kind of like going out, and it'll make my wreath look a lot bigger. But I personally like to set my signs a little offside, because that way I've got room to do a bow, or if I want to add a pumpkin in here and a bow or whatever. So I've got some room to work with. So again, if you're going to do ribbon tails, that's going to bring in a whole new element. It's just up to you. Just up to you. Sherry, thank you so much. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and take that off, because we're going to come back to that. We're going to attach my sign over here. Can y'all hear Gary practicing in there? I've got the door closed, but usually if I shut up, yes, shut my mouth, you guys can hear him practicing. He used to come on my lives with me, but we haven't done that in a while. And then I'm going to tell him, don't do that song again. Pam, we picked those out. So what I do is when I put kits together, I curate each kit. I'll go to market. I'll go to my wholesalers, my suppliers, and I'll take the sign and we pair up everything together. So Heather sometimes will come and help, and she's part of that creative bone as well. I'm going to come up here for a minute so I'm not right on top of you all. There we go. I'm about ready to yell at my husband. Don't sing that song. It's out of your range. Can y'all hear him? There we go. Much better. Yay. Okay. He's trying to practice for this event on Thursday, 4th of July. We've got several events coming up. So between him and it's called Gary Williams Solo is the name of his business, his side gig. And then we also have a karaoke business. Did you know that we also do karaoke on the weekends? We started back doing karaoke again before we had the kids, before we knew that we were going to have two little chillins back in our life full time. So it's kind of interesting around here, all the commitments. Okay, now that I have my sign on there, yay. So the bittersweet, I don't know that I'm going to add ribbon tails, y'all. I don't know that I want to, because I really want this sign to be kind of a focal point. So let's take that bittersweet and start dissecting it. Now I do have my glue pot on over here. So my hot glue pot is simmering, just hopefully at the right temperature. I didn't check it yet. And we're going to use a combination of the twist ties and hot glue. So whenever I have something like this, first of all, let's count how many stems we have. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Of course, there's an odd number. So I'm going to put one off to the side. But I'm going to start by adding these across from each other so it comes out evenly. So we'll do like one here and then one at the top. And then we'll go here to here. So we're going to go across from each other. And remember, we have 8. So we're going to be able to do 1, 2. There'll be a bow here, so I'm not super worried about that. 3, 4. Then if we go just the opposite, 1, 2. Can you guys see where I'm going with this? This one's opposite of this. This one will go over here, and I'm looking at the top row. I'm not looking at the bottom, I'm looking at the top. This one can go here, but remember there's gonna be a bow there, so I'm probably gonna, I can use that because I'm gonna take that oddball one and we're gonna integrate that into our bow. So do you see how I kind of do that? Now at this point, you can, or not, where's my scissors? Hello, first day without my scissors. Where did I put them? Oh, there they are. You can add the ribbon tails, but this is where I like to be creative and play around and see what it's gonna look like before I have anything glued down. Judy, good. Kathy, so remember, when you add your sign, you don't wanna pull it so tight. Now, it's going to mesh it down a little bit, but you just want it taut. You don't want it so tight that you can't even budge it. So just remember, it doesn't have to be super tight. You know what? I might have lied. We might be using some ribbon tails because this is just too pretty. Let's try this out. Here's what I'm thinking. What if we just do that sage green as a ribbon tail? I think I'm gonna like that. Let's do sage green as a ribbon tail. And my ribbon tails are usually about 10 or 12 inches. It just depends on my mesh and the design. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I got double. Daggone it. Okay, hang on. Because I literally have double. Because they spliced here, but there's also a splice up here. So whenever they splice, they give you an extra. So I have to be careful. Of course, I'm going to use it. Just know, I know if you're like me, when I first started making and I'm like, there's a splice in the middle of whatever, I was really frustrated because, like, daggone it, I didn't want it a cut or splice there. Well, little did I know, they actually give you, so that's like the end of a bolt. So it's where one bolt ended and the other one came in and they splice them together, but they give you anywhere from 18 inches to 36 inches extra when they do that. So you are getting more ribbon when that happens. You just don't realize it. Only need 9. Actually, I'm probably going to do top and bottom. I'm going to look here. Yeah, I should have stopped at 9 until I figured out what I was doing first, but that's okay. I'm good. I ain't scared, Teresa. I ain't scared. I love the fact that the back of it's got some design to it too. Yes. Let's just see. Let's look at this and see. Do we want to put one on the top too? I might go ahead and put some on top. What do y'all think? think it'll look wonky or uneven if I don't do something on the top. You like that? Awesome. Thank you, Diana and Charlotte. And Miss Paula. You like the one on top too? Yeah, I kind of do too. All right, we're just going to keep going round and round. Where she stops, nobody knows. And don't forget, at the end, after we get done with this little project, I'm going to be prepping some containers for fall florals. Jill, you know, Jill's my daughter. She worked for me up until a few weeks ago, almost a month. Oh my gosh, has she been gone almost a month? And she's like, Mom, you better get making some centerpieces because you sell more centerpieces in fall than you do at Christmas time. So she's right. I sell a lot of fall designs and I'm sold out. All of them are sold out. So I need to get busy making new ones. Heather, what's up, girl? Yes, top, Debbie said. Awesome. All right. Yeah, this ribbon is, so that's what the back of the ribbon looks like. And of course, in this kit, you get all 3 rolls of ribbon that we're using tonight. And one thing nice when you buy a kit from Festive Creations, you get the whole 10 yards. You don't get a 5-yard piece. You get a whole spool of 10 yards. And I'm kind of loving that. I've always been that way. Because everybody makes bows a little bit different, or I really want to encourage you to have your own creativity and do what you want. Do you, Robin? Yep. Absolutely, Paula. Hey, Diana. Hello, hello. Okay. We're just going to keep rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And we'll come back and we're going to add some glue to that bittersweet and blend that in. I need a couple more ribbon tails here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 for sure, 5. Yeah, let's do that. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight while I make this kit. It helps me pass the time away when I have people to talk to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the kids are being exceptionally well. They're both watching TV, and it's not a bath night. They love it when it's not a bath night. They're like, Aunt Stephanie, we just had a bath last night. Yes, but you've been playing in pool water all day, or you've been playing outside. Look at you. They get all bent out of shape. You would think that they were gremlins or something. Charlotte, thank you. 12-inch, yes, Marthy. 12-inch tails, thank you. Wasn't sure if I said that, so I'm glad you asked. 12-inch tails for this one. And as I said earlier, too, if you've got some raffia or can get your hands on raffia, I love adding a spot of raffia to any fall design, and it just takes it a whole new element. I do not carry raffia at Festive Creations. I was actually inquiring about it when I was purchasing for this season, and I can't find anybody to supply me with it. I need bulk supply, you know. Okay. I'm just going to leave that little guy right there. And I'm going to turn on my glue gun. I hope the battery's charged. Yes, it is. Yay, me. had my glue pot turned on, but I didn't have my glue gun turned on. So I may decide to use that. I missed the part about, did you say that you cut the pieces of mesh and then send it? So Pam, no, you get the whole roll of mesh and you can cut them yourself. And I cut them at 32 inches. I don't pre-cut anything. That's what I was trying to tell you, is that you get the whole 10-yard roll of ribbon. You get 2 rolls of mesh. And then this little video that I'm doing right now, this live, is telling you that I'm cutting this ribbon at 12 inches. I cut the mesh at 32, and so on and so forth. Nope, you're fine. I'm glad you asked. Okay, I think this one, nope, I have that one, right there. That's where I need it. Yes, it does come with 2 rolls of mesh, Diana. You got it. You got it. I did put a link to this kit down below in the comments, so grab that sucker. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and attach the rest of these. I'm going to leave this one off. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. All right, we've got that. All right, let's get some glue happening here. So as I said earlier, I need to get this a little warmer. I use a combination of the twist tie and glue when I attach any florals or greenery, anytime I can. Sometimes you can't get the twist tie right where you need it to be, so I just kind of have to ad-lib with that. But what's really fun is this bittersweet is all posable. So if you need to bend it a little and make it comply with you, just make it happen. Make it happen. Okay. This one's going to go a little bit deeper. There we go. Little glue and the twist tie. And I do have my glue gun going over here. I will tell you, if you play with glue at all, my glue burns decreased tremendously when I switched to a glue pot. But of course, I still use a glue gun on occasion for certain things you can't use a glue pot. So please be careful. I've gotten some pretty nasty burns with them before. All right. Let's see here. Let me see here. Oh, that's not even on there. Hello. I thought that one was already in there. Perfect. We're getting there. I knew there was one I stuck in there. There we go. And for those of you who aren't sure, this is that Walmart carries it. It's the Gaps and Cracks. Walmart carries it. Any of your hardware store will have them. Make sure that if you get that you're getting the small gaps and cracks, not the large gaps and cracks. Please do not, or else you will have some growth like you wouldn't believe. The large gaps and cracks gets pretty large. Back several years ago, and I haven't seen them since then, Dollar Tree had like some fabric witches hats, and I'll never forget that because I bought some. They laid flat, and then you could pop them open, and it had the wire brim. And I bought some, and then in my craftiness, I said, I'm going to fill the inside of that hat with small gaps and cracks. And then I hung it so that the pointy side was hanging down. And I took the brim and I propped it between two chairs, okay? Well, I'm sitting there later on that evening watching TV or something. I was in the same room. And I kept hearing pop, 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 pop. It took me for a minute to figure out it was the gaps and cracks actually expanding. And so, moral of my story is if you use small gaps and cracks, you might want to put whatever you put it in another room, or just be aware that you might be serenaded by snap, crackle, and pop all evening long, because it took a lot of it. Took a lot. Okay, there we go, friends. There we go. Awesome. Teresa, if you hang around, I'm going to show you what that's for. It's a fun. We're going to prep some containers for some centerpieces. And I'm getting ready to release the Fall Blooms and Greenery box. It comes out in July. I have a quarterly subscription box. It's a Blooms and Greenery box, and it comes out every quarter. And the fall one is about to come out later on this week. And so I can't wait to start designing floral designs with it. All right, let's see what this looks like up close, kind of, sort of. So we've got the little whimsical bittersweet happening there, but we're not done, because now we're going to add some really fun color with our bow. So I'm going to hang this back here for a moment, and we're going to bring in some other colors over here off to the side. And this is where I said that I'm going to introduce a little bit of raffia. So the raffia is not part of the kit, but you can get it just about anywhere. Walmart used to carry it. Does anybody know if Walmart still carries raffia? I know Hobby Lobby does. Dollar Tree used to. Yeah, so raffia is great to have in your craft room when it's this time when we're doing fall. Oh, Debbie, I know, right? Yes, they do, Charlotte. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's come back down to the table, and let's make a deal. Let's make a bow. All right, so with the bow, take some strands of raffia and have them on deck. Just like so. In fact, I'm just gonna clip that one together. You can do this at the time, but I'm making like a little bow. Now remember, most of our bows are around 6-7 inches in width. So, oh yes, we're gonna do a 6, and we're gonna do 3 loops on each side with this 2.5-inch pumpkin ribbon. Now, if you want the pumpkins to all stay the same directions, guess what? Just twist that sucker one more time. And now my pumpkins are the same direction over here. I'm not real picky about it, so I don't get all bent out of shape if my pumpkins on this side are upside down. But if it bothers you, and it really means a lot, just take that and twist it one more time. And then poof, your pumpkins are right side up. If you have ribbon that has lettering on it, words. Nah, now I get a little picky with the words. There is a designer who pre-makes a bunch of gaps and cracks globes and cuts instead of using the foam blocks. Yes. She cuts them as needed, which I've never done that. Probably, for one thing, I don't have the storage for that. No. As Emma would say, no. All right, let's go ahead and trim that off. Oh, Marthy, it is. Marthy, no, it is not too late to get the Blooms and Greenery box. I actually have some extras this quarter. So, I can't give you a link to it because I'm live right now. But if you go to my website and you just type in Blooms and Greenery, it'll come right up. Yes, Robin, this ribbon is gorgeous. All right, so before we go to the next step, let's take a bundle of raffia, stick that right in there, and now I can do this now or I can do it later, but I'm just gonna cut those ends and have like that fraying going on, right? Now let's take our sage green and we're gonna do the same thing. Now this sage green ribbon isn't as thick as the burlap on the pumpkin. So to give it a little more body, put something thicker behind it, heavier. Whenever you have a ribbon that is lighter weight and maybe doesn't have the body, I know people stay away from satin ribbon a lot because they're afraid that it's not going to hold up. You're wrong. A lot of times it's just a matter of how you place it and where you place it. That. And this 1.5 inch cream is going to be the cream of the crop right here. You're welcome, Marthy. And we're gonna go in to, so I did 6 inches here. This one's at about 5 inches, and this one's gonna be about 4 inches. The loops are gonna be about 4 inches. And I'm gonna do 2 loops on each side. But look, I almost went too far. Let's take another piece of raffia. Get that all ready, and I'm gonna actually stack some more in here. I didn't mean to put the cream on yet. I wanted to get more raffia in there. So we'll put some raffia there. In fact, I might even do a little bit more. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, now I got it. Then we'll put that cream on top of that. Perfect. Okay. Judy, can you still hear Gary? Is there any rhyme or reason as to what ribbon you start with? So there can be, Mona. So as I was saying, I will do my wider ribbon on the bottom. So a 4 inch, 2.5 inch will go on the bottom. But as I said, that sage green is kind of a thinner ribbon. So I want a really nice weight. I want the pumpkin ribbon to kind of help support it. But also, each bow is going to be a little bit different. If I have a really expensive ribbon, I'm not going to put it on the bottom and bury it. I want it to be front and center. So if I have a really expensive ribbon, I'm going to put it closer to the top, and I'm going to use less of it because it's closer to the top. Now, like right here, and none of these are crazy expensive. So if I wanted to bring more of this pumpkin up towards the top so it wasn't so buried, just cut yourself 1 or 2 pieces at 12 inch right there. We're gonna go right back here again. Watch this, and boom. Now it looks like I have another whole layer in there. So it just depends on what look you want to achieve and what colors you want to be more predominant. There's just a lot of different things that you can take into consideration. But that's a great question. All right, let's come on up here. So I like to use 22 gauge wire for mine, or zip ties. I don't use pipe cleaners to tie off my bows because that's my personal preference. I just don't have great luck with pipe cleaners alone. So I like to use 22 gauge wire or zip ties and my wire. Now, if you struggle with trying to get your bows tight enough, then use a zip tie and get it as tight as you can before you start fluffing your bows and spreading them out and adding all the love. Okay, so I need to cut that raffia. Good, good, good. Got some over here. So remember, nature isn't perfect, so you don't have to be perfect either. I know a lot of designers get really hung up on it has to be exactly, and my method is I don't do exact, and for that very reason, Mother Nature is not exact. So I go with more the natural look, and rather than that pristine showcase, that showroom look. Okay, so let's come up here. And I know it'll be difficult for you guys to see, but look how stinking fun is that bow on there. Now, before I add this bow, I want to tell you that now is a good time if you want to add some color. So we could very easily, because we've got the wire on the back here, we could take a piece of that. I don't want to cut it necessarily, but maybe we want more of the pumpkin to show. So let's take a piece of that and put it on the back. And now we have ribbon tails. In this case, I love the cream. I love the contrast. So I would actually like to add some more cream to this, just by simply adding some color there. Or in this case, we can do both. Let me see if I like both of them, which is probably what I'm going to do before we cut those off. Yes. So I'm going to measure out in this case about 30 inches, 15 for each side. And we're going to add this to the back. We're going to do the same thing with our cream color. Thank you, Ms. Debbie. All right, so I'm just going to take those two pieces that we just cut, stack them on top of each other, kind of pleat it right here. Find that center point and pleat it. And then we're going to attach that to the back using that wire that already is there. And then we're going to attach it to our frame, our wreath. Look at that. Loving it. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I had to kick off somebody. Kick somebody off my page. Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you have unwelcome guests. All right, here we go. Look. Look, look. Now, we did have one more, you're welcome. We had one more piece of that bittersweet. So I'm actually going to integrate that right here into this bow. So we've got some coming out behind the bow. So this is going to be more in the front. And of course I can add that in here. I'm actually going to use a little bit of glue and add that in once I add my bow. And then we will be about ready to kick off. Oh, I don't know why. I think that's on a timer or something, why it does that. We're going to kick off the fall gaps and cracks, get the containers ready for some fall decorating centerpieces. And I'll show you some fun things I found. Okay, there we go. I'm just feeding that wire through the mesh. And before I tighten it down, again, I don't want to pull it so tight that it sucks the bow down into the mesh. I just want it to kind of loosely sit on top. And then once I find my placement, I found one that needs to be trimmed, dovetailed right there, but that's fine. Then I can tie it on the back. I do too, Diana. I'm glad that I added them. They look very, very nice. Delaware's in the house. Hey, Lori. Thank you, girl. Okay. And of course, after I get done, I'll go back and trim any wires on the back side of here. Any pipe cleaners, wires, things like that. I might just do that right now while I've got it over here. All right, perfect. We're going to take this last piece of bittersweet, add a little bit of glue to it. I'm going to come right underneath the bow here. And then I have to dovetail this. And we still have plenty of ribbon left. I'm doing it this way. So again, you get all 10 yards of ribbon so that if you want to make it heavier on a particular color or you want to add more tails, you can use all 3 for tails if you wanted to. That's the beauty of getting a kit from Festive Creations, is you've got that flexibility to have it your way, like McDonald's. No, who is it? Have it your way. Is that? It's not McDonald's. Who has a slogan? Have it your way. Robin, yes, yes, yes. Do you spray it with anything to make it waterproof? If so, what? No. So, Mona, I have never in how many years ever sprayed a wreath with anything. So first of all, the poly jute mesh won't run. It's a nice quality mesh. The ribbon is good quality ribbon. And I have had bows hanging at our local fire department for an entire year and take them down and the ribbon is still standing together. A metal sign, not going to go anywhere. I don't need to spray this to protect it from anything. So, you know, of course, anything that's going to be in direct sunlight is going to start to fade. So just keep that in mind. But to protect it from the weather, absolutely not. Absolutely. I always recommend, you know, that it's always best to keep it out of the direct weather elements. And think about it too. If you have a customer that buys one of your wreaths, do you want it to last them for 10 years and they only buy a wreath every 10 years? Or would you like them to get a fresh one every 2 to 3? That's my goal. Love it. Burger King, that's it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Robin, so yeah, I pinned a link to this kit down below in the comments. It's super fun. Heather's going to be so glad. She's going to go, finally, Stephanie, we have some fall coming into the house. Now, the best part. Who's been waiting to find out what I do with the gaps and cracks? Because we're about ready to commence. So gaps and cracks, this is small gaps and cracks. It's a spray foam insulation. And I use it instead of the green foam blocks. And I'll tell you why. Because this sticks to every surface and it doesn't come off. I've done centerpieces before where I've taken hot glue and even super glue and foam blocks, and I've put them down inside of maybe like a ceramic container. And when it gets hot or cold, the glue comes detached and the foam comes loose. This little guy, Heather found him. Isn't he not adorable? He probably won't get any spray foam insulation because he's got such a narrow passage anyway. He probably will be foam blocks. But what I will use the spray foam insulation on, let me come around on the other side for a minute. I'll show you in a minute. But you just shake it really well. Just remember, once you open this can, you pretty much have to use the entire can. I've tried to get it to last a little bit longer by putting like a wet paper towel and saran wrap on it to try and finish it up the next day. But if you can, empty out the whole can all at once. So I try to save up containers. I spray the back of mine with Home Defense to keep the creepy crawler. Does it work, Charlotte? Does it work? Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, this one. So this little guy, by the way, if you see things like this at the end of season, like spring or end of season, grab them. Because guess what? Gonna make a great centerpiece. I've got this little trough here. I don't think we're going to use it. But this guy, this grateful, he's fun. Let me see what containers I have. A candlestick. Have you ever played with a candlestick? It does. See, I don't have a problem. And I'm sure depending on where you live. All right, so here's another one, a nice neutral vase. But where did I get this? It's a plant pot. I don't care. He's about to become a centerpiece. So when I get containers like these, I don't know that I need to spray foam these because these are going to be set up a little bit differently for decorations. Spray. Just remember that whatever you spray, you have to fill in. So if you make your spray super big, you're going to have a lot of filling in to do. So I don't go too crazy with it. And remember that this is going to expand. And first it has to come out. Hang on. There we go. So this is going to grow about 1.5 times what it is right now. But it's going to stick to this aluminum and it won't come off. That's what I love about it. This little pot, you only want to fill it don't go more than half because it's going to grow. Remember that. It's going to grow. Oh, it was Charlotte. She had such a great time. Truly a great time. And then, of course, look at this. So this is what it looks like after it dries. It's very stiff. It's firm. I'm trying to see what else I've got to do. I feel like I had more. Hang on. You can pretty much add spray foam to anything. Ugh. I'm going to give you another example. So right here, could you guys see these? I think you could. We can put, make sure I'm at the top. You don't want this to get on a surface that you don't want it on because it's a hard thing to get off. But watch, we can just put a little spot right here and one right here. And now I can add, after it dries, you have to let this set up for 24 hours. I can add florals and greenery directly to those spots. Does it say stop to add florals? Yes. So, trying to see. Well, you know what? Come back, because once I get the blooms and greenery box, we're going to start decorating with it. We're going to start decorating using the foam. All right, one more I'm going to do. And I can do a lot of containers. Just let it grow overnight. That's probably too close to the edge, but don't worry, we can trim that after it firms up. So I can take a serrated knife and cut this just like I do regular foam. And it's just like regular foam. I know, Debbie, I've been keeping mine back. We sold out of these a long time ago, but I kept mine back because they make great fall and winter designs. Not only summer, but hey, fall and winter too. And you could even do Halloween. I mean, it's just, the possibilities are endless. Absolutely endless. All right, friends, I'm going to look, because I swear I had some more containers. But I'm going to look for those off the live. But hopefully you picked up a couple of extra little crafty hints today. And thanks for hanging out while we made our wreath kit. This is the fall pumpkin something. It's pinned down below in the comments. And it turned out to be a beautiful kit. I absolutely love this. I added the raffia that wasn't a part of the kit. Go get some raffia if you don't have it and throw it into your fall designs. It's absolutely gorgeous. All right, friends. Thanks for hanging out with me. You still have 2 left. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Mona, it's called Gaps and Cracks. It's called Small Gaps and Cracks. You can get it at your hardware store. You can get it at Walmart. It's spray foam insulation. Look at your hardware department. And it's a spray foam insulation. All right, I'm going to go check on those kids and get them off to bed. You guys have a great night, and I will see you soon. Have a good one.